Wherever Colonel Gaddafi is, his leadership is now under pressure from international prosecutors at The Hague. They say they intend to apply on Monday for warrants to arrest 3 senior Libyan figures on suspicion of committing crimes against humanity. Let's talk about this with Nabila Ramdani, freelance journalist who's an expert in the region and its politics. Very good morning to you. Well, firstly, what do you make of the audio message purportedly made by Colonel Gaddafi, broadcast on Libyan state television? I live in a place you cannot reach and kill me. I live in the hearts of millions. It's an audio message, didn't appear on camera, unusual. What do you make of that fact and the content?
Well, I think it's very clear that the West has been trying to bomb the life out of the Gaddafi regime since the UN resolution 1973 has been passed, and indeed has got very close to assassinating Colonel Gaddafi. So I think this audio message is an attempt to reassure the Libyan population, and especially those who support Gaddafi, that he is well and alive. And the reason why it's an audio rather than a video message is that it makes it more difficult to locate Colonel Gaddafi, and hence more difficult to try to bomb him.
Of course, it raises the suspicion that in some way he might be wounded or affected in some way, which means that he can't appear on camera, which potentially may not provide reassurance to the people he's trying to reassure.
Well, absolutely, and it will show weakness and indeed the fact that he's in a difficult position and that the West is getting where they want to.
And the news, of course, a senior Libyan is likely to be indicted or possibly charged with committing crimes against humanity by the ICC. What do you make of this move at this time?
Well, I think it's if the international community is going down the legal route, then it has to be applauded, because that's how we should be dealing with criminals, through the rule of law and due process. But what seems rather incongruous is that the international community is combining its expression of belief in due process with a campaign of daily bombing against Gaddafi and indeed the support of rebels. So this combination is rather incongruous.
What effect would it have if that announcement is made as expected on Monday?
Well, I don't think it will change the way Gaddafi conducts himself very much, if at all. He has been a pariah since he came to power in 1969. But I also believe that we have enough evidence of him dealing with his people in a very nasty way since he came to power. And surely the evidence should have been presented before the West started bombing Libya, if indeed the international community believed in justice administered through the courts rather than by bombing.
Nabila, there we must leave it, but thanks very much indeed, Nabila Ramdani.